feel uncomfortable. So it's like it feels different to cross Cottage Grove and then it's quiet. But when you go past
I
Cottage
think
Grove,
that's typical of what has happened in the entire city. This is what you talk, what you refer to as your experience since you've been here.
since
But
I've been
I think if you were still on the north side, you would experience a change along the same lines. You know, life in general seems to have gotten a little, unfortunately, has gotten to be a little bit more violent than what it used to be, and that's something that I think exists throughout our city.
Well, I think that like it's just different. I feel like it was. I say that it was useful, but then again, it was selfish. Like, don't you know the emergency things you see outside the church?
Yeah,
It's like I think they should put more of those because since I want to say 2002, like it been more pedophiles and more people in danger
right, right.
and quiet, like noisy communities. Because
Well,
this is quiet and you wouldn't expect nothing to happen over here.
I think that we have to realize that those emergency buttons that you made reference to were actually placed by the University of Chicago. You know, not by the city of Chicago, not by the residents of Woodlawn. They were placed there by the University of Chicago because of their concern for wanting to protect their investment, which is not Woodlawn, but we just happen to benefit from that.
I think that the mayor should come up with more a plan to put those. But I think like if it was like speaking for myself and me witnessing violence and stuff, I think if the mayor was to come up with a plan and put those in each neighborhood, the gang members would put it there like tear it down like they do every stop sign and a bus stop or something.
I would tend to agree, but I also have a greater tendency to restate what I already did. That is, I think we have a responsibility to make sure that we as a community are doing all that we can. In many cases, we know where the gangbangers are. We know where the problems are. And we keep quiet and point the fingers at somebody else and say the man, the city, the somebody else. When actually I think we need to take more responsibility for our own community, our own future. And yes, we do need more support from the mayor and from the powers that be. But we got to remember that we are responsible for doing all that we can. And I think if we would be honest with ourselves, we being all of us, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody, but if we would be honest with ourselves, we'd have to admit that there's more that we could do.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's like I'm coming to the end of the question, but it's like in her paper it says you've been an active member since 1972.
Uh-huh.
And you graduated from Hales
Franciscan.
Franciscan
Yeah,
High
make sure you say that word right. Hales Franciscan High School.
Hales Franciscan High School. This is like I never heard of, but I'm familiar with it because my cousin went there.
Okay.
And it's like things are changing too.
Yeah, things have certainly changed at Hales in general. You know, I graduated 49 years ago, so you can imagine in 49 years, a whole lot of things have changed. But I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm coming to the end of the question. But do you think that we should have more open interviews and voice people's opinion about how they feel about the community?
I think we should have more open interviews, but I also think that we ought to be prepared to take action after the interview is over. It's important to express oneself and to provide these venues, but what's even more important is that we do something after we get the information.
I agree. Well, I'm coming to the end of the question. Well, I thank you for your time and thank you for your opinion about how everything, your aspects, your positive and negative aspects about the community. And I think we should note that in our paperwork.
All right, thank you. Wish you the best.
Well, wish you the best.
Thank you very much.